Hi, I'm Brigitte Mongeon with Houston Women Hiking and Women Stepping Outside, and I'm really excited to have one of our members from the Houston Women Hiking group, Debbie Mercer. Thanks, Debbie.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Debbie started creating and empowering women in a really weird way, but
It is very weird.
it is a weird way. Debbie is the owner and creator of ZipHers. You want to tell us about what it is?
Absolutely. ZipHers is a line of athletic pants that have a zipper that, well, I'm just going to show you.
Yeah, do.
We have a zipper that starts at the top of the waistband, and it unzips, and it will unzip all the way to the back of the waistband. So it would unzip here and would unzip all the way to the back. So it completely opens up. And you're probably wondering, why do you want to completely open up? Well, it is because when you're out on a trail or you're running and all of a sudden nature calls.
Right.
And you're around mixed company, or you don't want to get in a porta can, you can actually unzip, go to the restroom, not have to pull down your pants.
Yeah,
Not have to expose your rear end. You have privacy, you have convenience. You can even go into a porta can or a public restroom that might not be so clean, and you can unzip and you never have to touch the toilet seat, and you don't have to take off any of your gear. I mean, if you're hiking, you've got your backpack on, you've got your maybe a fanny pack, or if you're running in a marathon, you might have a hydration belt on. And a lot of times if you have to go to the restroom, you have to take all that stuff off, and you just lose time. You don't have to take anything off. It's quick, convenient.
And you told me a story which I did not know, because I am not a marathon runner, but you said that a lot of times in the marathons, you had to stand in line for a long time where the guys are going in and out, and you were losing time.
Right. You know, I've always been kind of a back of the pack runner. A lot of times I would just fast walk, but I'm not a very competitive runner. I just want to compete with myself. So every time I do a marathon or a half marathon, I want to finish quicker than I did the year before. So you train really hard for 6 months to beat that time. And if you stop and have to go to the restroom, most of the time those porta can lines are so long, and so you're standing in line and you're just looking at your watch and you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's been 5 minutes, it's been 10 minutes off the finish clock. And all of a sudden you see these men whizzing by us, going behind a tree, going behind a car, going to the bathroom and right back on, and not losing any time at all. And I would think, gosh, that's just not fair.
It doesn't seem
It
fair.
doesn't feel fair. We need to be on the same playing field as they are.
But there was one hiker in our group who did a review on this and said they were very comfortable. I can't wait to try them. And I hear you're going to give a pair out to Houston Women Hiking, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm so excited.
Absolutely.
So some lucky person in Houston Women Hiking is going to get a pair of these. And it's for more than just hikers. You're also working with handicapped people, because I can imagine what it is like for them. And I think you said something about not only just having to go to the bathroom, but also for catheters.
Yes.
And those type of things. So I'm so impressed that you're doing all this. What was the thing that, this is a lot of work, manufacturing, creating, coming up with new designs, figuring out where everything is. I know how difficult all this is. What was it that made you want to do this?
Well, I'll say that all my adult life, I've wanted to help people. I can remember being a young woman and going into retirement homes and nursing homes and painting elderly women's fingernails just because it made them feel good. And when I was a coach for Houston Fit, I loved being the coach that was at the back of the pack, because these were the people that really needed the help to cross the finish line. So I've always wanted to help people, and mostly women. I've sat on nonprofit boards for women that have that are in recovery, that are struggling with addictions. So I've always had that. So when I first got kind of annoyed that we didn't have the same convenience that men do, I thought, women need to have that too. I want to help women. And then when I was training to hike the Grand Canyon, which was my first hike ever in my entire life, when we were training, one of my girlfriends said, oh, I really want to wear these tights, but I don't want to pull them up and down. It's so
hard.
Awful.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, we really need to be able to just open up and go. And then when we were actually doing the hike, my girlfriend pulled her shorts down in front of mixed company, because we were in the bottom of the canyon. There was no brushes or anything to hide. And that night, the men were going, "Hey, we saw her rear end." I thought, okay, that's it. I'm going to try. I'm going to see what I can do. So I, got home and just started brainstorming with the local seamstress and had a little challenge with her and just start putting the word out. I need somebody to help with the creation, and I just have to say I've had the most amazing women that are on my ZipHers team. I mean, creative and smart and kind and empowering, and to be able to help women have a better experience outdoors, to be able to train hard and have a great finish time in a marathon or a half marathon. And to help these women that are in wheelchairs. I mean, I never even thought about that.
Right.
But as we start marketing and reach out to the, to the public, then women are emailing us and saying, gosh, can you create something for women in wheelchairs? Or we love your pants, but could you maybe add this or that?
And you said, like with these pants, you had to change the zipper because some people weren't able to pull, that were in wheelchairs, couldn't pull the zipper down. So you changed the zipper. So you really are thinking about the needs of the individual.
Absolutely. And this came from an occupational therapist who bought some capris and tights, and her patients wore them and loved them, but she said it would really be helpful if the zipper pull was hollow, because sometimes the women's hands are stiff or have atrophy. So we went back to our company and said, can you make a zipper pull that is open so that they can put their fingers or their thumbs and pull it up and down? And so we got some and we put them in the pants, and I told this occupational therapist, I said, okay, we've got these, I'm going to send you to test. And she said, oh, but what else would be helpful is you could put loops inside so that they can grab them when they pull them up. And I was like, okay. So I contacted our designer, who is Monica Guerrero. She actually is a costume designer for all these ballets, international and local. And I said, can you work with this therapist and see what we need to do to put these in here? So we figured out the fabric, went back to my manufacturer. I said, before we pick up those pants that have got the open zip, can you go ahead and add some hoops in there? So
and I also never thought about first responders.
Oh.
Those female first responders.
Yes.
I mean, God bless you. I mean, that's incredible.
I
wouldn't even have thought, because if you're a first responder, you got all this gear and you got to take the gear off to go to the bathroom.
Well, and the military too. My brother-in-law is a pilot, and he said, some of these female pilots, they won't drink a lot of water because they don't want to have to struggle getting in and out of their suits and stuff. So, that's something down the line. But Monica and I used to talk to female officers. Every one of them would say, oh my gosh, we can't stand taking off our duty belts. Pieces drop off it, and we can't put them on the ground. If we could just unzip and keep the belt on, that would be awesome. So that's what we're working toward.
Yeah. So this started in when?
We actually started working on it in 2017. We launched at the end of 2019, and of course the pandemic.
Yes.
So everything kind of slowed down, and but we're gearing up again. We're just we're so excited, and we constantly listen to our customers and tell us what you need, and we try to give them what women want. And we just we work with them on their sizes. We work on if they have any problem receiving their product, even if it's the cause of the carrier, we always replace them. So our customers are number one for us. We take pride in our customer service.
And I'm so glad that you said about women not wanting to drink, because I hear that often on a hike. I can't have any water because I will have to pee.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but the older we get, the more we have to pee.
Sure.
And so this is also liberating for that reason, and it's a safety issue. Ladies, you got to drink on the trail. You have to stay hydrated on the trail, and if you don't, I mean, you can die on the trail.
That's
so
true.
If you're not drinking because you're afraid you're going to have to pee, it's a serious health thing. Plus, holding your bladder is not a good thing. I wish you made them for kids. I have to say that, because I have a granddaughter that hikes with me and is so embarrassed and so worried that someone's going to see her on the trail. So I hope that's my suggestion. Get the little girls in there, because she really does need some.
Right. And we have thought about that, and it would be really easy just to make a smaller size, that out, and then to put the right size zipper. All of our zippers have to be custom made.
Oh my word,
And the
yeah. So
zipper
it would have
pull
to be,
has-
yeah.
Yeah.
For a child, it'd have to be a smaller zipper.
Yeah.
I'm voting for a pink pair of tights because she's a tights girl. With a pocket if you want.
We actually have some plum fabric. I should make her a prototype just for her. Give me her size and we'll make her one.
Oh,
Let her
that's
be
so
our
cool.
testing. We would
That's
do
so
that.
cool.
We would do that.
So how do people find you? And what are the prices of the pants?
Well, they range from 75 on up to 100 and about 110, and people go, "Oh my gosh, that seems overpriced." But we want people to understand we've got the fabric itself, the outside, but inside we have a special panel that covers the zipper, so the zipper never touches your skin. So I think that our prices are not out of line. And,
No, not for hiking pants.
no.
Hiking pants can easily run $125. You know,
Right,
I mean, so
right.
$80 to $125.
Yeah, and we have tights, we have capris, we have 5-inch shorts, 9-inch shorts. We have the Trailblazer pants, the khaki Trailblazer pants and shorts. And these are just, I'm not kidding, these travel and wash and wear.
That was my
Oh,
next question: is how are they to wash? And,
Oh yeah, you
And
can,
do they dry quickly?
they do. Especially these dry so quickly.
And what are you calling this pair?
Trailblazer. Our
Trailblazer,
Trailblazer
okay.
pants. Yeah, they wash. These are water resistant, so they and wind resistant, so they wash really well and they travel. I mean, you can fold it up and put it in your bag, and they're great.
Oh, I can't wait to try them out. I haven't tried them out yet, ladies. But I want to thank you so much for doing this.
Oh,
and,
you're welcome,
And for
Tricia.
sharing and for being a part of Houston Women Hiking. We have the coolest women in Houston Women
The
Hiking.
coolest women.
We
I mean,
really do.
If somebody just needs a little inspiration or motivation, you just go to the Facebook page and read those posts. I mean, in fact, one of the women that posted, I ended up contacting her and said, "Would you like to try a pair of these out?" And we sent her a complimentary pair, and she's been hiking in the Trailblazer pants. She loves them.
Must be Texas.
It's Texas.
It's Texas.
Texas Wadsworth, yeah.
Texas went everywhere with those things and really put them through the ringer and
I
really
know
told about
she
it.
has.
So
I love it.
yeah.
But the hiking group is just they're pretty amazing women.
yes, and excuse me. And if you're not in Houston, check out Women Stepping Outside because there's a lot of good videos there. Thanks so much. This is cool.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I'm
Thanks
gonna-
for having me.
I'm gonna try them out and let you know.
Good.
And
Good,
hopefully
good.
we get some kids going. Thanks.